Thanks to our studio audience for joining us today on Delmarva Life. To find out how you can become a member of our studio audience, visit delmarvalife.com and click on the show tab or call the number on your screen, 443-880-9116.
The pharmacy is an important place for many of us when it comes to getting our medication. Some of us may have had to get certain drugs compounded at one point or another. Now, compounding is the mixing of certain medications to help fit the needs of the patient. Apple Discount Drugs in Salisbury is one place that deals with compounding on a daily basis. Delmarva Life's Brian Spyros is at Apple Drug in the compounding lab.
Well, Jimmy, not every pharmacy has a state-of-the-art compounding lab, and we're going to explain to you exactly what they do in here. But first, I am joined by the president of Apple Discount Drugs, Jeff Scher. And Jeff, the first thing is explain to me what compounding is for everyone out there and what this lab is used for.
Compounding is basically, it's just custom-made medication for both people as well as animals. We've committed ourselves here that we have a pharmacist on duty in our compounding lab 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Many times we have 2 pharmacists, and we also have a compounding certified pharmacy tech. And the whole idea here is just to solve problems and make it easier for the patients to get their medication.
And the lab has been up and running for about a year.
Well, we've been doing this for probably about 20 years, but we've just remodeled and we've dedicated a large space to be able to have the capacity to do even more, which we have done.
So with that said, let's exactly show people what compounding is used for. There's different ways, and the first thing I want to talk about is bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. That's a mouthful. Break it down and explain to us what you guys do with that.
Well, most of the time we refer to women. As we age, our hormone levels decrease, you know, and so over this period of time, the body isn't secreting as many of these hormones. We're seeing side effects, night sweats, hot flashes, decreased libido, weight gain. We're seeing people with mood swings. So what we're able to do is take the natural product that's identical to what our body was producing and put it into, in this case, a cream to replenish them so that they can be back to without all their side effects. All we would do in this case would be to just squirt out a small amount, dose it like as a gram, and just basically put it on the inside of your wrist or a thin area, and just put your arms together.
Just rub it right in.
Rub it right in, and as I stand here and talk to you, it'll get absorbed into the skin. It's very easy. It bypasses the liver. It gets straight into your bloodstream, and it works very, very well. The success has been incredible. We probably have right now probably about 50 to 100 women that are on BHRT.
So this is obviously the alternative to taking the pill or the synthetic form of it.
Absolutely. That's the synthetics, which is where we see some of the side effects. So if we can prevent these side effects, get women to feel good again, we're happy men.
All right, you got that right. And the other thing, too, that's interesting is you guys will actually take medication for animals and turn it into treats. We've all tried to give our pets medication. It can be a pain. Show us here exactly what you guys do.
Ideally, we've been doing for years, we've been doing liquids for dogs, capsule for dogs, potassium bromide for dogs that have epilepsy. In this case, what we're doing is we're making it into a treat for either a cat or a dog. And we flavor it. We flavor it, whether it be a chicken flavor, a fish flavor, or whatever it is. And all you have to do is give the animal the treat. The cat treat would be a little bit smaller.
Right.
And it's so much easier to give the pet the medication that way.
And with the flavoring, they have no idea that they're taking medication.
They love it. They just love it.
All right. And just cats and dogs or other animals as well?
We do it for all types of animals. People that have exotic birds, you know, parakeets and all types of parrots. We do that. We do people that have ferrets. We've even done some things for horses also. So our situation here is what we want the veterinarian or the physician to do is just contact us with their problem and let us solve the problem for them.
And you guys will go from there.
Absolutely.
All right, moving on to the next one here, topical pain relief. People sometimes have to take pain medication. They don't like taking pills. It may upset their stomach. Here, you can take it right on your skin.
Absolutely. Hot item right now. What we're doing, the non-steroidals, and we talked about like the Motrins and the Aleve and those types of drugs, cause a lot of stomach problems. So what we can do is if we can bypass that product and put it into a cream, that way you can apply it directly to the site where you're having the problem. It'll penetrate into the joint, and we get tremendous effects. We saw it initially being used by the sports medicine people, and now it's been very successful.
So good to know. And then the other thing too is, as we said, certain people can't take pills, especially children. They don't like taking them, and you guys can actually take pills, break them down, and turn them into liquid for children.
On a daily occurrence, a lot of the drugs being the amphetamines, but we're also doing it for the medications for the stomach. So it's really worked out quite well. We'll take it into and turn it into a liquid, and this is one of the liquids right here. This is lansoprazole, which is Prevacid.
So a lot of different ways to change this medications, but still getting the same results, and people can come down to the compounding lab. And the one thing we should make mention of is that you have to have a prescription from your doctor for any of this stuff. You just can't walk in and get it.
Absolutely, and you know, we have pharmacists on duty 5 days a week to be able to solve these problems. And it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of challenges, but we work along with the physician to solve the patient's problems.
All right, very good. Jeff, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Now, for more information on Apple Discount Drugs, you can go to our website, delmarvalife.com, and click on the show tab. And Jimmy, with that said, we're going to send it back to you.
All right, sounds good. Brian, thank you very much. Up next on Delmarva Life, get your geek on.
My name is Katie, and I geek the extra mile.
And I geek animal rescue.
And I geek trains.
And I geek history.
And I geek flying.
And I geek Muay Thai.
Now, find out what geeking is next. Delmarva Life, life at its best, right here on Delmarva.